introduce you one of our co-hosts from the state of Michigan, Mika.
Hello everyone, thank you so much for being here. This is going to be an amazing program today. As Lisa said, and by the way, wow, hell of a voice, right? Like, oh my gosh, good job, Lisa! My name is Mika and I serve as the Commission's Administrative Manager for the Department of Labor and Economic Opportunity for the state of Michigan. So I am also a former MAPAC Commissioner, and I deeply believe in the power of community, connection, and honoring our conversations that we will have today around Detroit Chinatown are so deeply important. So I'm honored to share a letter to kick us off today, acknowledging today's event from our Governor, Gretchen Whitmer. I'm going to read that now. So here's our letter. Dear friends, on behalf of the state of Michigan, I'd like to extend my warmest greetings to everyone attending One World, One Mission Detroit China Day 2025. This year's theme, Confluence of Culture, reminds us that Michigan's strength lies in the coming together of diverse traditions, ideas, and people. The Chinese American community has enriched our state through entrepreneurship, education, and cultural leadership, and today we celebrate those contributions while recognizing the power of unity. When cultures meet, they do more than coexist. They create new opportunities, deepen understanding, and strengthen the fabric of our communities. I would also like to extend my deepest recognition to all those involved in the planning and preparation of this event. I have no doubt that this conference will continue to display the insight, talent, and dedication of this community. May this event continue to inspire us to embrace diversity as the foundation of Michigan's future. Again, welcome to Detroit China Day 2025. Please accept my best wishes for an enjoyable and memorable event. Sincerely, Gretchen Whitmer, Governor of Michigan. We absolutely appreciate our governor taking the time to recognize the importance of this event and the community work behind it. We have a handful of special guests with us today, and I'm very, very excited to share this time with them and get everyone moving forward in this direction. Can I hand it over?
Thank you so much. And happy Detroit China Day, everybody. Happy Detroit China Day. From the Great Wall of China to the Transcontinental Railroad to Silicon Valley to civil rights with Grace Lee Boggs to human rights with Vincent Chin. That ancient old Chinese proverb that the key to running a country is doing more for its people. We are eternally grateful and thankful for the contributions that you have made, that the Chinese American, Asian American community has made to the state of Michigan, the city of Detroit, and the United States of America. We are forever better because of your sacrifice and your contributions. Thank you. And so, with that being said, it is my great honor and privilege for someone else who has made history. The first African-American female mayor has a message. Detroit Mayor Mary Sheffield, everybody.
It is an honor to join you in celebrating Detroit China Day and the 9th Chinese American Cultural and Arts Festival. This event highlights the rich culture, heritage, creativity, and contributions of our Chinese American community, an important part of Detroit's diverse family. Thank you for your continued contributions to our neighborhoods and to our shareholders. I wish you all a wonderful celebration. I can't wait to work with each of you.
I'd love to recognize and bring up Robert, Vice Chair of One World, One Mission, for some remarks. Am I going to say your name wrong? I'm sorry, Robert Turvey?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. I did it right. Thank you, Robert.
You know, some
It is an honor to
people,
join with celebrating Detroit China Day and the 9th Chinese Heritage Cultural.
my full name is Robert Lee Turfy, so a lot of people think I'm Chinese. There's your unity. First and foremost, my name is Robert Lee Turfy. I serve as Vice Chair of One World, One Mission. And our main objective is creating diplomacy through business. Wouldn't it be nice if we could all get along in a nice way through business? Well, that's what we do. We foster economic development, we create bridges, not barriers, right? And we foster unity. Now, first of all, I'd like to thank Lisa Gray, who has done an amazing job. She really does a lot of this by herself. She's always building the bridges cross-culturally throughout every community in the state of Michigan. She's always bringing economic investment into the state. And it really was the driving force for us at One World, One Mission. We bring people from all over the world, whether China, whether Qatar, places in the Middle East, and we have them invest here in the States, and we serve as that bridge, and through that, we continue to build those unity bridges. Where's Jim Gray? Jim Gray, another guy I want to prop up. I mean, to work with Lisa, you gotta be on your A game 24/7. So it doesn't go unnoticed. We thank you for what you do. He also serves as the chair of One World, One Mission. The United States has always thrived by welcoming ideas, innovation, and investment from around the world while holding firm to our values, our principles, and our belief in opportunity. We need to understand as two countries that healthy competition is not something to fear, but a competition can also be very healthy because it drives innovation. Innovation drives progress, and progress lifts economies, communities, and generations. So let us remember who we are. We are many voices, many cultures, many perspectives, but always one nation. We are the United States of America. And when we lead with unity, diplomacy, and vision, there is no limit to what we can build together. And I promise you that. Thank you.
Do we have Stefan Welch?
Stefan could be one of my names. First and foremost, my name is Wojciech Zalnowski. I'm a executive director of the International Institute of Metropolitan Detroit. And we wanted to salute you as an international community. So please, make it one more time round of applause for this celebration of a China Day in Detroit. Come on, folks, we can do better. That's it, my speech is done. International Institute, we have partnered with Lisa over 10 years ago. And as you know, Lisa, she's always there to work on different projects and so forth. So we very proudly, as an oldest immigrant-based organization, we over 106 years old, based here in the city of Detroit, just 3 miles down the road, in Mary Sheffield district and so forth. So we're very proud to call ourselves Detroiters. And first, I want to, besides big kudos to Lisa for her initiative a long time ago. She had this dream and eventually came true. But I think I speak her mind when I give our gratitude to the city leadership, because I've been in this business for over 20 years. But the current city council, Mayor Dage, Mayor Sheffield, they really embrace us, immigrants. They really realize that, the city of Detroit is very proud to build upon, relationship between various communities. And I think we're coming back to it. And at the end of my presentation, I'm going to announce another event for Chinese community. But we are here because it's a contribution, both but first and foremost to the Chinese community for their accomplishments. And probably that's a common denominator between the speakers today. Oh, really? 1 minute. But, you know, doing this for quite some time, I had always philosophical objection with people telling us, hey, America is a melting pot. And I understand that that's a metaphorical reference to integration. But I always believe that we are not melting pot. Each ethnicity is a unique dish. And that's what makes it so special, that especially Chinese culture. I walk around and I see the beautiful dresses of the kids, the presentations and so forth. That's so, please don't ever lose it. Please don't ever lose it. So as we celebrate and congratulate you all for this phenomenal accomplishments for the 9th festival, please maintain the contribution to the economic growth, integration, but don't lose your identity.
I like to think of us as a giant pot of stew with lots and lots of little tidbits from all of our different cultures and ethnicities. Much better than a melting pot. No one wants that. Lisa Gray, the mastermind behind this whole thing, chair of North American Chinese Coalition, please kick us off.
I'm not kidding. Do you guys like my singing? I like to ask. How do you like my singing? Okay, I'm gonna have, because I will lose my mind, I'll be all over places, so I'm gonna have the script here, because I'm here, just really want to thank people. And I will do later, thank people individually later, but here, let me do what I need to do here. First of all, I want to say thank you so much for you to coming, and it's a truly privilege to welcome you today. And I want to begin by expressing my deepest gratitude to our sponsors, partners, and community leaders, of course, our elected officials here and the gathering here who support us, make this gathering possible. Over the years, I have been fortunate to receive tremendous encouragement from the Michigan Asian Pacific American Affairs Commission, the Office of Global Michigan, and the City of Detroit. Their commitment has been a cornerstone of our progress. I also want to acknowledge Mayor Mike Duggan for his steadfast support and extend heartfelt congratulations to Detroit's newly elected Mayor, Mary Sheffield. Yes, women empowerment. We have a lot of women leaders here. Later you will hear from them. And of course, I want to especially thank Detroit City Council member Coleman Young, second, for giving us unwavering support. Thank you. We love you.
You too.
Yeah. We look forward to continue our strong partnership with the city for many years to come. Today is a reflection of what can be achieved when community, government, and partners come together with a shared purpose. At this time, I would like to invite our co-host and planning committee members to join me at this front for a group photo so we can recognize your dedication and celebrate the incredible work you continue to do. I also want to acknowledge the many organizational partners who stand with us year after year, including those there today. Your collaboration has been essential, and I will offer my deepest thanks thanks to each of you as we close out today. Thank you all for your presence and support. It's what makes our work meaningful and what keeps our future bright. Thank you so much. Please, co-host and planning committee member to come here. Oh, I want to take, if you're not here now, let me introduce our next, actually our main host today. This person, she is a 13 times Emmy winner. From CBS Detroit, in her program, Michigan Matters. She has interviewed all the leaders and prominent figures. Let's welcome our master ceremony,
I'm here.
Carol King!
Thank you. Better late than never. Construction, traffic, what can I say? We're in Detroit. It's that time of year. So thank you so much, Lisa.
Thank you.
This is such an incredible event. When Lisa asked us, like, I will be there come hell or high water. Doesn't matter what's going on, the holidays, everything. We're going to be here because this is an important thing. Building bridges between us all.
I want a special thanks to Carol. You have been with us from beginning until now. Next, remember, give her another round of applause.
So I know there's so many prominent people throughout this room. I want to take a moment, first again, to give a shout out to Lisa and the sponsors and everyone involved with this, because bringing together these kind of efforts takes a lot of work and a lot of support. So thank you very much to everybody. So I want to thank again all the partners here for the leadership, the support, and I want to share a couple messages from several elected officials celebrating Detroit China Day. And first, we have a video greeting from U.S. Senator Gary Peters. Why don't we just rush and let's spin the wheel and see who shows. There we go. There's
Hello, I'm
Gary.
U.S. Senator Gary Peters, and congratulations to everyone celebrating the 9th Annual Chinese American Culture and Arts Festival. I am proud to represent such a strong and vibrant Chinese American community in Michigan. Chinese American culture and traditions have flourished throughout our state, and a testament to the resilient spirit of the entire community. This festival honors the rich traditions, creativity, and contributions of the Chinese American community that is woven into the fabric of Michigan's culture and economy. I want to give special recognition to all the organizers, volunteers, artists, and community members whose hard work brought this celebration to life. Congratulations again. Wonderful event. Enjoy the celebration.
I'd like to invite Alec Hughes from the Senator's office to the podium to present a certificate to commemorate this wonderful event. Don't ever say no to the microphone. All right? You'll have a longer career this way. Take the microphone.
Introduce yourself from Gary Peters' office. Yeah, go ahead.
Hi everyone, my name is Alec. I'm a regional coordinator for Senator Peters based here in Southeast Michigan. I don't know if I could put any words more eloquently than Senator Peters did, so I can leave it at that. But I did bring a certificate to commemorate the event. Congratulate everyone for coming, for organizing, for making art, and just generally having a great celebration here for China Day.
So let's do a really quick photo. Probably we're gonna do, if we will save time, we do recognition for our co-hosts and partners later.
Sounds like a
Yeah, yes, okay. Shall we, you wanna open this? Thank you so much for, camera, first, we probably should stand here.
There you go. See you in front.
No, yeah. Come here, really quick. Mika and Sam, I'd like you to join if you don't mind. Can you be quick? You have to act quick. People waiting.
careful there. We have a message from U.S. Senator Alyssa Slotkin, who I see on screen. Alyssa.
Hi everyone, I'm Alyssa Slotkin, Michigan's newest senator. I'm so sorry I couldn't be there in person, but I'm grateful for the chance to say a few words. First, I want to acknowledge all of our Detroit Chinese American families. You all have been a crucial part of Michigan's economy, helping power our booming auto industry, and starting businesses that have created countless jobs across the state. Through your activism and advocacy for your community, you've protected and strengthened the rights of all Michiganders. And you're a vibrant, essential part of Michigan's cultural fabric. We would not be Michigan without you. Today, Detroit can celebrate what makes our Chinese American community special. The food, film, music, art, and the community that you bring to our state and that helps make Michigan, Michigan. I want you to know that my office is here for you if you ever need our support. Please do not hesitate to call my office at 202-224-4822 if there's ever anything we can do for you. I hope today is full of joy, tradition, and community, and thank you for all the contributions to the city that we all love.
Thank you very much, Senator. Next up, we have a video greeting from Congresswoman Debbie Dingell.
Hi everyone, it's Congresswoman Debbie Dingell. I wish I could be with you, but I'm honored to congratulate you on Detroit China Day and the 9th Chinese American Culture and Arts Festival. I want to take this moment to celebrate with you in spirit and recognize how this festival celebrates the beauty, talent, legacy, and contributions of the Chinese American community, which is a vital part of Michigan's rich tapestry. It's events like this that bring us together, reminding us of the power of cultural exchange, understanding, and unity. And it's more important than ever for people of different beliefs and backgrounds to come together and realize that there is much more that unites us than divides us. By sharing stories, art, music, food, and traditions of our different cultures with our neighbors, we can help bridge divides and strengthen bonds that connect us all. Thank you to all the organizers, the artists, and the volunteers for creating a space where tradition meets community and where heritage is shared with pride. Congratulations on the wonderful celebration. I hope everyone has a fun, inspiring, and unforgettable festival.
And now we've got a message from Detroit Mayor-elect Mary, no, that's not Mary Sheffield.
We did that earlier.
We did that earlier? You want to see it again? Okay, we'll keep going here. Do you have the one from Senator Sam?
That's after this. This is Jim Ronstadt.
I think that's the speaker. Why don't we just play the speaker? You got it there, let's just get it. Let's just go with it.
I'm very excited to hopefully attend the Chinese American Cultural and Art Festival. Sounds like a fabulous time, highlighting all of the great stuff that the Chinese Americans are doing here in the state of Michigan. So make sure you attend. I'm going to try to be there myself.
Okay, do you have any other videos, or are we done with the videos?
No.
Hello,
There we
I'm State
go.
Senator Sam Sang. Thank you for hosting another wonderful Detroit China Day. Michigan is better because of your contributions, your resilience, and your commitment.
Congratulations on Detroit China Day and the 9th Chinese American Culture and Arts Festival.
I'm Rory Stowe, Mayor of Warren, third largest city in Michigan, and I'd like to wish congratulations on Detroit's China Day and the 9th Chinese American Cultural and Arts Festival.
Hi, I'm County Executive Mark Agnew. I want to say congratulations on Detroit China Day, the 9th Chinese American Cultural and Arts Festival. So congratulations on a wonderful event, and I wish you all a joyful, inspiring celebration.
That's it with the videos?
Yeah.
We're done with the video.
All right, we're done with videos.
So now it's
We'd like to have a couple, we'd like to invite up, we want to thank first of all the federal and local officials, Mark Hackle, Macomb County Executive, that's the Chinese Consul General's here. He's over here. We're going to have a conversation with him in a moment here. But before, you want to do that now, or you want to bring in?
we want the conversation later.
Okay. Give me something that you'll won't want to miss.
You want to later? Later, yes.
Okay.
We bring
So we have, so let's bring State Senator Stephanie Chang up here to say hello, and we would to give a welcome.
Hi everyone, my name is Stephanie Chang and I'm the State Senator for Senate District 3 where we are right now. And so thank you so much for being here. Hello! All right, we're a team. So we like to do things together. And thank you for inviting us. Thank you for putting this event on every year.
Like a carol. And I want to give a shout. Senator Chan started with us the journey from the first at Fort Performing Arts Center. We kick off our festival. So same as Carol. Thank you so much.
It's a great event, so we just keep coming back every year, and Lisa, we just really appreciate all the energy that you put in to this event every year. And so we do have a tribute signed by the three of us that are here, Senator Rosemary Bayer, Representative McDonald, as well as Representative McFall, who you saw in the video, Senator Sam Singh, who you saw in the video, as well as Democratic Leader Ranjit Puri, and Representative Mai Song, and our Governor Gretchen Whitmer, and our Lieutenant Governor Garland Gilchrist II. I won't read all of the tribute, but I will just say that it is in recognition and privilege to celebrate Detroit China Day and the Chinese American Culture and Arts Festival, in recognizing the Chinese American community's economic and cultural contributions to the greater society. And it goes on to recognize just how important the Chinese American community is to really ensure that we are a vibrant community, and that this festival, through music, dance, art, and performance, we can continue to gain a greater appreciation of the Chinese culture, as well as continue to ensure that all of our communities are working together towards a brighter future. So just congratulations on another important event, and I'll hand it over to Senator Bayer.
Thank you, Senator Chang. We are so lucky to have Senator Chang in the Senate with me. It's been amazing. She's here. Thank you for welcoming me today. I wanted to just say a few words about this festival and what it means. The Chinese American community has really made profound and lasting contributions to the state of Michigan. From driving innovation in our automotive and technology sectors to strengthening our small businesses, medical and research fields, education, arts, civics, life, dedication to help us grow and shape a stronger and more dynamic Michigan. From my own personal experience as a leader in information technology, I could tell you many stories about the benefits of working side by side from the most brilliant Chinese American colleagues in information technology. Today, as a legislator, I have had the good fortune to not only work with the best Chinese American legislators and their staffs, but also be invited to participate in a number of Chinese American groups. This has led to a richer life for me, with learning and broadening of my own experience and my own expertise and what I can bring as well. So I just want to thank you for everything you contribute to our state and for allowing me to join and be part of this celebration today. And I would like to introduce Representative Sharon McDonald. Do you want to say a few words?
Good afternoon, everyone. I am State Representative Sharon McDonald. I do have a few remarks. Thank you to One World, One Mission, Dragon Eagle TV, and the Office of Immigrant Affairs and many other organizations for making today's celebration possible and for inviting me today. I'm proud to represent a district with one of the highest concentrations of Chinese Americans in Michigan, mostly in Troy. And some are recent immigrants, and some have ancestors who were here in the U.S. long before my ancestors were here. But no matter how long they've been here, they make Southeast Michigan a better place. The Chinese American community is an indispensable thread in the beautiful tapestry that's Metro Detroit. And on a personal note, both of my wonderful daughters are adopted from China, from Hunan and Guangdong specifically. We brought them home in 2002 and 2004, and that's the greatest joy of my husband and my life. And my daughter, I kind of grabbed her, dragged her along with me today, Patty Kubota, here, doing my video for me. And just to be a little serious we all know that some anti-Asian sentiment in the last 10 years has been a problem. It's been on the rise in the U.S. over the past few years. We cannot accept that as the new normal. And I won't tolerate it. Nobody up here will tolerate it, no matter what position we're in today or in the future. And we want you to know that if you encounter problems, to please reach out to all of us, because we do have your back. Everyone here knows that there are far more things that unite us than divide us. And I have faith that across the many communities that make up Southeast Michigan, there are far more people who seek friendship, unity, and cultural exchange than those who seek division and mistrust. Events like this one prove that. So as the Chinese community in Michigan continues to grow, I'm excited for more Michiganders to experience this beautiful culture. So thank you for inviting me here to speak, and I wish you all well. 谢谢你.
Carol, you need to be. No, you need to be. Stand next to me. No, all right, I don't know. All right, okay, yeah. Emma is the person behind me. You know, she doesn't. Come on, dear. Sam and Mika and our co-host. Lilong, please, are my advisor. She's a leader from, what is it? Rocks from, richest guy. Gilbert, works for Gilbert. I only know this guy's the richest guy in Detroit. All right, and any of my co-hosts, yeah, come on. My co-hosts, the organizations are in Chinese organizations here. If you're part of a Michigan Alliance of the Chinese organizations, please come here. And yeah, and can we move that? We don't need that anymore. So my planning committee people, come here. Anyway, oh my gosh, why don't you, do I need to invite you? Come here. Who else? Alex, come here, join us, please. You know, I think yes. If not, can we do a group like as long as see? We should be. Are we able to do this? This is very important. Any planning committee people? I have. Elise, I'd like you to join us. Come here. Our beautiful host for Cultural Showcase. Elise, come here. Yeah. Anybody want to come here? Yeah. Yeah, you want right next to the gentleman in a nice jacket. Thank you so much for loving Chinese American community. We are going to continue to make a contribution to the great state of Michigan and this great nation. We're so proud. I want to say that I am proud of American. I'm proud of American, but equally proud of my heritage, Chinese heritage. And China is the country. Basically, I grew up there. I was born there, so I'm really thankful for that. Made the person I'm the person today. So I'm equally proud to be. I'm proud to be American, and equally proud to be Chinese American. Thank you so much. I hope you guys have the same way. That's just me. Thank you. So thank you for your support. We're gonna continue our program. We have so many. Nice program line up. So please, yeah, we are.
Okay, so we're going to do a quick Q&A with the Consul General, talking about the importance of Detroit and Michigan and China and their importance to each other. So it is so nice to see you. Thank you for making the long trip in to be with us. How are you doing?
I'm good. Carol, hello everybody, good afternoon. Right.
it's such a pleasure to be here. Invited by Lisa, and this is my second visit to Detroit, I think. Oh yeah, right.
Game, and because you were there, they won that night. They had been on a losing streak, and I remember you brought good luck to them. The team won.
Ah, yes. Yeah, it was such a good experience.
Well, let's pick up with you being here in Detroit. It's your second time here. Can you tell us how important is Detroit to China? And then the flip side, how important is China to Detroit? You're involved with making two-way bridges, business and economic and cultural. How important is the two-way relationship?
Again, I'd like to say that it's such a pleasure to be here, join everybody, all the new friends to celebrate the Detroit China Day. Following your question.
So how important is Detroit? You're here, you oversee a number of states. How important is Detroit to China? Is it the auto industry, and why is it important?
Detroit is, of course, very, very important, along with the state of Michigan. I, as the Chinese Consul General in Chicago, we cover 11 states in the Midwest region, and among them, Detroit is the border center of the states. Of course, occupies a very central part in our interaction with the Midwest states. And I'd like to say that China and the state of Michigan have always enjoyed close economic ties with companies like Ford and General Motors, deeply rooted in the Chinese market and achieving strong results. And I'd also like to tell you that the central party and government leadership in China have just adopted the recommendations for formulating the 15th five-year plan, which has joined a grand blueprint for China's economic and social development in the coming 5 years. China is good at making long-term strategic design for its economic and social development. The latest five-year plan is aimed to continue to pursue high-quality development, advance the green transition, strengthen innovation-driven growth, and steadily expand opening up, creating greater space for two-way international cooperation. I'm confident that China's continued opening up will offer new major opportunities for many Michigan and Detroit companies, particularly traditional and green energy, new materials, and intelligent manufacturing. My consulate general stands ready to work hand in hand with local governments, the business community, and industry associations to seize these policy opportunities, achieve mutual benefit, and win-win outcomes, and bring more tangible benefits to the people of both our countries.
So we have had an interesting year in America with change of leadership in Washington. And there's been conversations between the very top leaders in Washington and Beijing. How would you describe the state of relations going on between them? Excuse me. And how is it affecting what we're doing here, trying to build bridges? Because some people might say it's complicating and making it tougher. So you are there. How do you see it?
Right. This year is definitely a critical year for China-U.S. relations. And I mean, since the very beginning of this year, the bilateral relations have experienced ups and downs. Many American friends have asked me, just like you, Carol, did, how I view the future of, the status and the future for bilateral relations in such a period full of uncertainty. So against the backdrop of a complex and ever-changing international situation, I must say that Chinese President Xi Jinping and President Trump have maintained frequent interactions, holding several phone calls, exchanging letters, and meeting successfully in Busan, South Korea in October. And once again, we collaborated the direction of China-U.S. relations. And the two presidents agreed to maintain interactions on a regular basis in the future. And specifically, there will be President Trump's visit to China early next year, to be followed by President Xi's coming to the States later in the year. And they also agreed to enhance cooperation in economic, trade, energy, and other fields, and work together to accomplish greater and more concrete things. As President Xi pointed out, China and the U.S. should be partner and friends. And President Trump now regards China as the biggest partner of the U.S. Together our two countries can have many more years of success. This is also how President Trump characterized the bilateral relations. As I see it, as long as our two countries to practice mutual benefit and mutual respect, peaceful coexistence, and win-win results, we will be able to translate the important consensus reached between our two presidents into concrete actions, and there will be a brighter future for
I think that's extremely well said. I know I've been to China a number of times. I did a primetime TV special called Building Bridges from the Great Lakes to the Great Wall, and was visiting there. And many people, until you go there, and I think it's the same thing for Chinese who come to visit, maybe, or go to school here in Michigan, when you spend time in each other's places, you build more bridges too. And I think we'll see more of that, hopefully in the coming year and years to come.
Thank you so much.
Anything else you want to add, Mr. Consul General?
I just want to say that our two presidents have set example for people-to-people exchange, and everybody here in the state of Michigan, the city of Detroit, particularly those in the government, in the legislature, senators, representatives, you guys are warmly welcome to visit China, to help increase the understanding, mutual understanding for two peoples and two countries.
Thank you, Chief. Thank you. Ladies, round of applause for Mr. Consul General.
Thank you so much.
the first Asian American woman elected to the Michigan legislature. She brings nearly a decade of experience as a Detroit community organizer to her public service. After 2 terms in the Michigan House, she served as Democratic floor leader in her first Senate term and is now in her second term as Michigan Senate Democratic Policy and Steering Chair. She's just awesome. We know that. We absolutely know that. We also have some amazing people up here as well. We're going to introduce Francis Grunrow. Grew up in Northwest Detroit. He attended Cass Tech High School in the late 80s and early 90s. I don't know how that's possible. That's like 22. When Detroit's second Chinatown at Cass and Peterborough.
Chinatown is, I think today we kind of think, oh, it's a place where you can get Chinese food and shop for Chinese groceries and just celebrating this culture. In reality, Chinatowns come about because of history of oppression. They come about organically because people are in these very harsh conditions. When you think about the Detroit Chinatowns, the first one came up after the first Chinese immigrants arrived in the 1880s. So this is a time when systemic racism against Asian Americans is heavy. They have to form this ethnic enclave as kind of this way to not only celebrate the culture, but it's also a way to kind of be safe. It's a way to sustain families. They're able to take care of the people they love despite the severe hurdles that are in the way. These Chinatowns tell us so much about the nature of power and resilience in the face of oppression. As a doctoral student in American culture, I really think about, how do we talk about history in museums and present them in ways that are engaging and ethical. One of the things that I want to highlight in this exhibit is that we come from a history that isn't neutral. We've actually had 2 Chinatowns in the history of Detroit. The reason we have 2 Chinatowns in the first place is because the very first Chinatown, it was destroyed by the urban renewal movement that destroyed Detroit's Black Bottom and Paradise Valley, which were flourishing Black neighborhoods in Detroit. We have to honor the very real circumstances that produce kind of poverty and produce precarity in people's lives, but then also see all of the ways that people were resilient and people were creative in the face of that precarity. Truly, the most memorable part of this experience was getting to talk to some of our elders in the community. They told me their stories, the journey here to Detroit. It is very brave for the people who lived through these times to come forward and to tell their stories. This exhibit is such a love letter. It's both a thank you to those older generations that came before, that paved the way for us and paved the way for me to flourish today. And also a reminder for people that might not be as familiar that the journey hasn't been easy and we've been so resilient to get here today.
That was Lily Chen. Honestly, that video was really good to kind of set the tone and mood for this conversation. Our friend Stephanie does not have that much time with us today, so I do want to let her answer the very first question before I move forward with hanging out with our other panelists. So Stephanie, what is one important lesson Detroit can learn from the history of its 2 Chinatowns?
Thanks so much, and that was a really wonderful video. So I'm going to answer actually with 3 lessons because it's hard to pick one lesson. But before I do that, I'll just note for those who are unfamiliar, you heard a little bit about the history in the video. And there's an ongoing effort right now, which you're going to hear about from the other panelists, about revitalizing Detroit's Chinatown. And I'm really pleased to, a couple years ago, have secured $1 million in the state budget to be able to really improve the streetscape at Cass and Peterborough, which I know will help to bring a catalyst to more revitalization, not just for Chinatown, but hopefully the whole neighborhood. So 3 lessons. One, you heard a little bit about in the video, but I think one lesson that's really, really important is just the connection between various communities' history, right? It's not like Asian American community happens separately from Black history or other parts of American history, but actually it's all happening at the same time, right? And so I think what's really important to think about with Detroit's Chinatown in particular is that, the first Chinatown no longer exists because of the Lodge Freeway. And at the same time, or around the same time, Black Bottom, Paradise Valley also were demolished to build I-375. And so right now we are kind of in this really interesting moment where there's a lot of efforts around I-375 and trying to find ways to remind folks of the important history that's there with Black Bottom. At the same time that, of course, we're also trying to do what we can to remind folks about the history of Detroit's Chinatown. The second lesson, I would say, is just thinking about Chinatowns generally and also specifically Detroit's Chinatown, having heard so many of the stories about how important it was to have the Chinese Merchant Association or other family associations there to actually provide a space to welcome people who were arriving in Detroit and didn't know anyone, didn't know the language, needed help finding a job or needed help finding a place to live, that those family associations and those the Chinese Merchant Association and other organizations really provided a really important space to welcome people, which I think is a very important lesson for the moment that we're in right now, when we know that so many immigrant and refugee families are under attack and they're being ripped apart because of the current presidential administration's policies. And we should actually be doing more of what folks were doing in Chinatowns, right, and in other ethnic enclaves as folks were arriving years and years and years ago, is actually welcoming people, finding ways to actually provide them the support that they need. The third lesson is just really the importance of preserving our history, which you'll hear more about, but I think a lot of people didn't know that there even was Detroit's Chinatown. So I remember when the 3143 Cass building was demolished, and then there was all this media coverage about Detroit Chinatown, and that really spurred a lot of the revitalization efforts that are happening now. I got calls from people, or just, as I would see people at community events, they would say, thank you for talking about this because I didn't know there was a Chinatown. And so I think that it speaks to just how important it is that we are preserving history physically as well, and making sure that we have spaces that people can go to actually learn that history, and also for those who are part of that history, because they have that direct family connection, to also be able to be a part of that. So those are 3 lessons, because I cheated. I know the question was for 1 lesson, but those are 3 lessons. So thanks for the question.
Those were absolutely great, and thank you so much for spending your time with us today. I know you have to leave, so let's all please give her a hand. Let me tell you a little bit more about my friend Francis here. I know. Yeah, he's also a very, very, very. What I want to stress right now is that his entire growing up got him into going to school for these kinds of things, and now fast forward, grassroots style, he's really leading a lot of initiatives, including historic preservation and transit advocacy. He went on to lead basically what's known as Preservation Detroit before earning his law degree. And now he runs a public policy consulting firm focused on community development projects that benefit Detroiters and all Michigan. Leslie Tom is a 5th generation Chinese American Arizonian, I cannot say that word, who has lived in Detroit for the past decade. So she grew up working in her family's architecture and urban planning firm, supporting projects that were just phenomenal, right? So Leslie came to Detroit through the Detroit Revitalization Fellowship with Wayne State University, and she was a founding member of the National Trust Asian American Pacific Islanders and Historic Preservation Initiatives. So she has a lot of work that's involved in integrating design, heritage, and community-driven sustainability. So basically cool, dream job style stuff. Lisa, our other friend, is a member of the Detroit Chinatown Vision Committee and grew up working in her family's Chinese restaurants throughout the Detroit area, including 10 years rolling egg rolls and folding wontons at Forbidden City. Her father, Henry Lee, was often called the unofficial mayor of Detroit's Chinatown and dedicated his life to uplifting the community. I think just scroll past everything else, so I don't have the rest of that. But thank you so much. We have great panelists. A couple of questions. That's all we have time for today. One question is, how have Chinese American families and businesses shaped Detroit's growth and identity?
Great, thank you so much, Mika. So again, I'm Lisa. I think that the Chinese American families and businesses really helped shape resilience for Detroit. I think it mirrors the resurgence that we're seeing for all people in Detroit coming back from being knocked down. You may have seen from the video that the first Chinatown was forcibly moved in Detroit to a much less desirable area with lots of crime, red light district, all of those sorts of things, but we're coming back. They came back. My dad's business was one of those, and many other people, potentially in this audience today, had families that represented businesses here. So I think that now that the second Chinatown, the last business left in year 2000, Chung's Restaurant was the last business standing. And then we're working, the Detroit Chinatown Vision Committee members here with me, including Stephanie, we're all working to bring back that Chinatown into a broader Pan-Asian community. We have a table outside. We would love for you to get involved. Please sign up to stay in touch. But I think that's a lesson learned, and we got knocked down, but we're coming back, and we're working to contribute.
Strong call to action, I love it. I want to hear about vision. This is all great and everything, but we've got some brainiacs here in front of us who really should pick their brains some more. What's in store for the future? What do you want to see in a future Detroit Chinatown or cultural district?
Thank you. One thing that I feel like we all share is a love for Asian food. So no matter what type you are, what generation you might be, we all are connected through our food and through stories, through our elders, through our different values for respect for education, respect for teachers. And so I think that there's a space that we can all hold these sorts of values. Lisa here, her father was the unofficial mayor of Chinatown, and like Stephanie said, what happens if we were to be able to recreate that Chinese Merchant Association, but for the future? So what does that mean when we can start to invite people for entrepreneurship opportunities, to be able to learn how to live together, create community together, and I think that this is just a space that we can all hold together to go beyond just a transactional business sort of thing, but actually make community. To not just have it for our own heritage, but to invite others in to learn about our foods, about our languages. And I think it's exciting because, as Stephanie said, that there's that $1 million streetscape opportunity that's being developed. Midtown Inc. is helping to drive that, and you'll start to see construction that will start to happen, and we'll start to have physical revitalization of that neighborhood. We would love to invite you to our Chinese block party. The first one we had was last July. There are probably 4,000 people that came. We want to invite you and your neighbors and your family to the next one. It'll either be the 3rd or 4th weekend in July in the old Chinatown. So thank you.
To add on to that, from Francis here, so what roles can the city, local organizations, and community members play in bringing all of that to life? This is our last question, just to let you know.
Thanks, Mika. So I just want to piggyback on that. Who went to the block party this year? Let's raise your hand. We got some up there. So there's another one. All of you who did, please come in 2026. It'll be in July. It was great fun, and it really brought to life that neighborhood in a way that was just really inspiring. And I feel like we could do it again and again and again and build more bricks and mortar and more longevity as we go forward. In terms of what people can do or what other organizations in the city can do, there's some important things that are on tap that we can all advocate for. I think communicating this vision and this idea that working together we can create something that's really unique, that builds on and leverages the history and heritage of that neighborhood, but also doesn't just look to the past, although the past is what brought us together in many ways. It's really about what we can build going forward and thinking about what that could look like in a place like Detroit. So there's another element that I want to advocate for that's on the books of the city, and we basically just need to push to have it happen, which is a neighborhood plan, a neighborhood planning study. There's $100,000 allocated to it. It needs about 100 to 200,000 more, which would bring together stakeholders in a very organized, principled way to think about what it would take to get us vision into a reality. And that brings together organizations like Midtown Inc. It brings together the local businesses that are there. There are many businesses there now that are, going concerns that we want to build on. Also residents and other organizations, and what does that all look like together in the future? So the Lower Cass Corridor Planning Study is something that we should advocate for and think about pushing going forward into 2026 and beyond, so that we can really develop a vision together as a community of communities to build a new neighborhood in Detroit.
That's so well put. Honestly, what we've heard today, Detroit Chinatown history is not just something to remember. That's not what this is. It's really something to build on. So thank you so much for your time, everyone. Thank you so much for being part of this important moment. We're going to move forward with our program. Thank you. Could everyone hear me? I feel like Chinese opera, you don't want a microphone. Welcome to the cultural event portion of the Detroit China Day. All of that politicking was fun and all, but this is what we're really here for, right? Our first performance is going to be folk dance, which is a great opportunity to remind people there are 56 different minorities in China. 56, that's one of the reasons China is so great, why it has been great. Why is America great? Because of all of our different ethnic minorities, right? There is no majority. We are all from somewhere else except for our, Anishinaabe and local natives. But I want to point out, I'm a Detroit native that lived in China for 24 years. But guess what? I never get to be Chinese. But for all of these talented, amazing Chinese people who immigrated over here, they're bringing their talent and their energy and their passion to America, and they're making America better, right? And that is the thing that makes America better. So let's rock on, enjoy the next performance of the folk dance.
星星闪亮，星光熠熠。
and preparing something. I'm not going to tell you now, surprise. But before that, I want to bring you a very special guest today for give some remark. Here, our senator.
Thank you. Thank you, Lisa, for having me. You know Senator Stephanie Chang? I will. Yes. I am her colleague in the Michigan Senate. My name is Senator Dana Polhanke, and if you live in Livonia or Novi or Farmington Hills or Northville Township, I am hoping to be your state senator next year for 4 years. So I have been serving with Senator Chang for 7 years in the Michigan Senate, and she has brought me a bill that she wants me to help her make law. I was a high school English teacher for 20 years before I was a state senator, and they put me, when I came to the Senate, as the education chairwoman of the very powerful Education Policy Committee. So I hold the gavel in that. And there is a bill that I promised I would do my best to give a hearing. When some of you may have been at the Michigan Capitol a few months back, I made this pledge. So in the new year, Senator Chang has asked me to do a cultural diverse curriculum bill so that China history will be taught in Michigan's public schools, which it should be. So all the great cultural and contributions that Chinese and Chinese Americans have made to shape American history, our children should be learning about that in Michigan public schools. So this bill, if it becomes law, that's what it would do. Now, yeah, it's good. I can't promise it will become law because we're in a divided government right now, and things move very slowly in divided government. But I will give it a hearing. And I hope that maybe Lisa can come and televise that hearing on your channels when that happens. So I'm so pleased to be here. I live in Livonia. I enjoy coming out here and seeing all this and all the dances and culture and tea and food. And so I'm very, very pleased. Thank you, Lisa.
Thank you so much, Senator. Another round of applause. So we're in our special program. I'd like to invite our senator, representative Sharon McDonald, and our Consul General from Chicago. I want to say that. Can we give our Chinese Consul General from Chicago a big round of applause? You do again. Showing your support for our community. Yeah. So I would like to bring our beautiful Elise. Come here. What is your? Oh my gosh! This is really professional. Another thing, can you introduce yourself? Your Chengdu. She has a Chengdu tea shop in Lansing. And I want to say that she's not everyday person. You can grab yourself straight. No, she's a big star in China.
But only in China.
No, only in China. She's a big star in China. Yeah, she's the same. 好的，好的，可以跟总理说两句中文，好不好？
请问您老家是哪里的？
我老家是山东省。
真好，因为我今天准备的茶是24年茶博会得的第1名，是来自庐山。
山东庐山吗？
对呀。哦。别的地方有庐山吗？对，也许。
庐山是最有名的。
对，而且山东乳山出的绿茶也特别有名，所以一会儿你可以喝一口啊。那你的英文怎么样？要不要严考你？或者不要？哦，那好吧。我很喜欢中文的一句话，下不来台，对吗？不好意思，不好意思。那老师，你给我一个机会，给你泡一点茶，好不好啊？Do you like tea? Okay, I'm preparing tea from his home province. I did not know that. That's just perfect. It's 2024's Tea Expo, the World Tea Expo. It won the first place, which was amazing because nobody thinks of Shandong. Please not have any music. No music. It's okay. Sorry, it's just hard. Anyone know Jay Cho, the singer? Yeah, he's great and all. He's great and all, but it's very distracting. So. This is the world's best green tea, and I'm very excited to share it with you, which is why I want to do it while the water is still hot. So we're going to do it now instead of at the end of the show, but I do hope that you can stick around as long as possible. Okay, are you ready? Do you want to get out of the splash zone, perhaps? So if you guys want to sit in these 3 chairs. 然后刚才那个修茂先生要帮忙，但是他可能不知道我是提前，所以我自己弄拿。Okay. Many of you don't know about the Changzui. This is a very long tradition, and it comes originally from Sichuan province. My tea house is called Chengdu Tea House because they really know how to live life in Chengdu. 对不对啊？成都是不是特别懂怎么过日子哈？他们的茶馆都非常 Sorry, I keep on switching between languages. Yeah, I know. So, I want to share a little story when I brought this into the country. As far as I know, this is the only Changzui in America. My master, Deng Xiaolong, has been training me for several years, and I'm about to make him lose a little face because I'm so nervous. But it was very fun. I couldn't carry it on the plane. It's too long and sharp. But when I brought it through customs, they were freaking out because they're like, it looks like it's a weapon in there. It was sticking out the side, and they were really like, they were going to have to confiscate it. And I was like, no. And finally I showed them a video. And that helped things out a lot. And of course I came in through Detroit, so they were a lot easier going and perhaps a lot of airports. But, are y'all ready? I will try not to splash you with boiling hot water. I really won't splash you, I promise. That would be like a really bad thing.
巴黎，你从我色深处被隐去。世界在哪里？而我在哪里？岁月袅袅收起，歌唱起来。在听你说的地方，正常的道理，就当我为你遇见你伏笔。世界在哪里？而我在哪里？月色被打捞起，无悔的结局。
谢谢盛宝先生。Thank you everyone. Looking forward to the rest of this amazing show. And I know that we're not supposed to have liquid in here. So this is a naughty, wonderful delight, right? Enjoy your tea. Our next performance is also a form of martial arts. This is really martial arts. I was gonna throw it around more, but I didn't want to like break anything in here, so you know. And the next performance by Alice Yin is going to be super cool. She's bringing her sword down and doing a little bit of Chinese Kung Fu. Let's give a round of applause for Alice Yin.
Because she's doing a little bit like a 醉拳 thing. Can you play the music? Because you know, she is from University of Michigan, is a right student there. Give her a little round of applause. She learned about the rest of the mountain from China, Wudangshan.
Yeah, during COVID, I moved back to China.
Yes.
See? So during COVID, I took a gap year. Went back to China, go to the Wudang Mountain, stay there for like half a year.
Yeah, right. So we're gonna do. I know we know Jackie Chan. You know, anybody knows Jackie Chan? I'm sure knows. Okay, play Jackie Chan. 醉拳. Elise, do you want to take over? And so let her. I want her to do 醉拳. Can you start doing 醉拳?
So first of all, have you gotten drunk before?
Oh yeah, of course.
Okay.
What is it like?
Okay, so we have an authentic experience here. Let's enjoy the drunken fist from Jackie Chan. actually getting drunk. It's very hard to do that and then come back up. It's impressive. Thank you so much. Let's give her another round of applause. And our next performance is by Thomas Davis. Mr. Davis, would you like to come to the stage?
Hello， 大家好，我叫他们，中文名字是木鱼，就是我以前是在中国，在江苏南京，就是南京艺术学院学舞蹈。今天我想给你们看一个那个唐朝的那样的舞蹈。
Wonderful. So this art form comes from Tang Dynasty, China. We're going to enjoy a beautiful long silk dance.
你数10000人，朦胧间，藏入谁知的眼？遇见你，情感入我怀间，却无缘天涯一片，尘世间几多眷恋，似红颜，红颜中有了谁？谁举杯，谁还盏，谁人倾诉着冷暖？我独醉，你回眸是笑颜。不许你牵绊，却不见梦中的关山。谁人劝，谁人问，谁人不知难入眠？你问谁人问，谁不一叹？你如梦中月，缥缈间，倾诉一曲情婉，人一去，余音绕梁不绝。尘世间，几多真，几多悲欢，几多聚散。
That was so lovely. Well done.
我头是摔掉了。谢谢大家，给我这个机会，给你们看这个舞蹈。就是今天我没准备好，不知道这个台上可能是有的是很小，是这个。
I'm so sorry. I have to stop them here because that was beautiful. None of us noticed anything, right? That was amazing. So no apologies allowed. I'm sorry. Thank you so much for that beautiful, beautiful performance.
谢谢大家。
Thank you. Well, speaking of things artistic, our next performance is by the Children's Art and Fashion Show from Longlong School of Art. Be prepared. It is incredibly awesome. I saw them rehearsing earlier and I'm just like, oh, cute children in cute clothes with amazing art. How can we not love this?
Hello, my name is Bailey from Longlong Art Studio. I am one of the teachers here. I'm going to be introducing our artwork right now. First up is Tiffany. We have a modern cat painting. Alright, Tiffany's up. Next we have Alan with a beautiful chopped modern art painting. After Alan is Vetri. And then we have Anna and Yuji. And then we have Dia here. Lovely Charlotte has an underwater painting, Sage. We got another underwater from Anvi. And then Ivy's lovely tiger, round of applause. We got Flora, a landscape by Anna, and then another landscape by Alyssa, Aiden, and So-hyun. Alright, here is Lei Chin introducing her mystical beautiful beast artwork, as well as Charlotte with a nice, lovely portrait. Thank you, guys. Alright guys, let's give a little bow for our crowd, okay? Bow, Thank you so much for this wonderful show, you guys. Look at all that sass. Come on. Walk. You got it. What? No music? Come on. I wanted to do my little fashion show, but no. Alas, once again. So, after that bit of beauty and art, we're going to get some kung fu up in here again. Do you mind, Alice, if I get your fan for a moment? One of the things I love about the fan, how awesome is this? Right? It's fun, right? And then also in Chinese opera, this is symbolic of a butterfly, right? So it's so lovely and gentle and beautiful. But watch what Alice does with it. Okay, Alice, go you. Rock on, that was really cool. So yes, actually, often fans were forbidden in the royal court because they are a deadly weapon. Next performance is the ACA Qipao Association. You'll see these women wearing what I think is the coolest dress style in the world and doing justice to the name, right? So lovely, so beautiful.
想不起。梦里见过你，甜蜜笑得多甜蜜。是你，是你，梦见的就是你，在哪里，在哪里见过你？你的笑容这样熟悉，我一时想不起。在梦里。在哪里，在哪里见过你？你的笑容这样熟悉，我一时想不起。在梦里，梦里见过你，甜蜜笑得多甜蜜。是你，是你，梦见的就是你，在哪里，在哪里见过你？你的笑容这样熟悉，我一时想不起。在梦里。
Wow, I cannot believe how beautiful that was. And also I would like to point out, now normally you're not supposed to mention a lady's age, but I have heard there is a woman 90 years old. 92? Oh my goodness, let's give her a round of applause. I aspire to make it to 92 and still look that amazing and achieve how. Well done, well done. Hi, Mayla. Hi, Mayla. Thank you so much for that beautiful performance. I always say that when you get the right kind of cheapao, it looks good on any woman. It makes them look better. So impressive. So speaking of impressiveness, our next performance is by the Michigan Tai Chi Center, or as they say in China, Tai Chi Chuan, right? So here we go, in the beautiful turquoise and red. I love these colors. And enjoy their performance of Yang style Tai Chi.
Oh, whatever you want.
Yeah. Unless you guys want to do it? You want to do this? What's that? You know, very short, because we have finale, the fashion show. So, okay, let's do 1 minute. Yeah, if you want to join that.
So you've been invited to stand where you are and try a little Tai Chi on your own. I highly recommend considering learning Tai Chi because you don't actually need any special clothing or special shoes or a yoga mat. And it's really good for the body. So go ahead and stand up. Just don't punch your neighbor, please. Now that they're all sweaty and we're all sweaty, let's enjoy the next fashion show. It's not just normal fashion, it is traditional Chinese costumes with a twist. So this clothing, some of it looks like it harkens even back to the Han Dynasty or Tang Dynasty. I can't tell from here, but I've seen lots of cool clothing out and about. 是唐代还是汉朝？不清楚，反正是各种各样的古代的服装，好美。Oh yeah, so it's very beautiful antique Chinese clothing style. There you go. Don't go, don't go. Come on, we're gonna take a photo. How does that bad song from the 90s go? Come on, 回来，回来。
你先出来，你先出来，我们找
还有。